Chapter 168. One of her hobbies. Xue Fanxin's attention was fully focused on the crystals just now, so she did not notice the mystic crystal white tiger. Only when she saw that it had been thrown out by Jiushang did she ask, Jiu, why did you throw the little white tiger over there? The reason why the mystic crystal white tiger is called mystic crystal is that they are born with extraordinary power to search for crystal mines. Every crystal mine has a marrow crystal that is condensed after thousands of years. The value of the entire mine is far inferior to a small marrow crystal. Xue Fanxin's eyes lit up again. She said to the mystic crystal white tiger that had been thrown into the depths of the mine, "Little white tiger, quickly help me find whatever that marrow crystal is. I'll treat you to a feast later." Hearing Xue Fanxin say treat you to a feast, Little Lei immediately understood. One of this girl's hobbies was to treat people to a feast. An idiot was indeed an idiot. Did she think that a large meal could drive a noble spirit beast to do things for her? He believed that the mystic crystal white tiger would reject Xue Fanxin, even if it did not reject. It had to show some of the arrogance a spiritual beast should have. Unexpectedly, what happened next completely exceeded his expectations. When the mystic crystal white tiger heard that there was food on offer, how could it care about its principles? It threw away all its principles. For the sake of a potential feast, it actively searched for the marrow crystal. Are you serious? For food? You don't even want the dignity of a spirit beast? How embarrassing. Little Lei looked down on the mystic crystal white tiger. But soon, he realized that no one seemed to care about him. This made him very depressed. Xue Fanxin was busy picking up crystals and had no time to care about anything else. Jiushang was sitting elegantly on a large rock. There was only his little Ziner in his eyes, and he had long forgotten about Little Lei. Jiu, what are these green crystals usually used for? Are they for jewelry? Xue Fanxin picked up the crystals excitedly. Staring at the emerald-like green crystals, she wondered about their uses. It was impossible for her to sell such a large number of green crystals in bulk, so she had to figure out their use. She might be able to discover even greater value. If it were anyone else, Jiushang would definitely not be bothered to answer any of their questions. But since it was Xue Fanxin, even if it was a trivial matter, he would explain very patiently. The greatest value of crystals is the spiritual energy contained in them. It can be used for cultivation. The higher the grade of the crystal, the denser the spiritual energy. Some medicinal pills and artifacts also need crystals to be refined, so many places use crystals as currency. When Little Lei heard Xue Fanxin ask such an idiotic question, he didn't forget to tease her. You don't even have basic common sense. You're really an idiot. Xue Fanxin ignored Little Lei's sarcastic remark and continued to ask Jiushang. Why doesn't Heavenly Saint City use crystals as currency but spiritual coins instead? There are very few crystal mines in the Tongguxuan continent and even fewer high-grade crystal mines. If crystals are used as circulating currency, the reserves will be insufficient. Spirit costs come from some royal and aristocratic families who have crystal mines. They put ordinary gold and silver in them and use the unique spiritual energy in the crystal mines to spiritualize the gold and silver. Then, they are refined into currency, which is spirit coins, and circulated in the market. In other words, possessing a crystal mine is equivalent to possessing a tool to forge spiritual coins. You can accumulate a lot of wealth. No wonder Xue Beifeng was so nervous about this crystal mine. No wonder Prime Minister Xue would rather take the risk of offending the emperor to take this crystal mine for himself. This was an endless source of wealth.